The Lord Bruno giveth, and the Lord Bruno taketh away. Hey everyone, my name is Americ from HappyCool and welcome to a brand new review for The Mentalist, Season 6, Episode 6, titled Fire and Brimstone. So before I delve into the meat of this video, I want to do two things. Number one, I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all the amazing support you guys have been giving me on my videos lately, especially on my last video for the advanced review and the promo reactions. You guys are the best, whether it's a view, a like, a subscribe, a favorite, a comment, a tweet, everything, all of those things, thank you. Number two, I want to again apologize for all you mentalistas and mentalistos who are tweeting me and asking me to spoil you, to give you a little bit of nugget about this episode, but I can't, guys. I can't. Every time you're tweeting me, I'm just like, I can't say anything. I can't. I'm sorry. With that out of the way, let's delve into the festivities and talk a little bit about what the story of Fire and Brimstone was all about. Essentially, it's Jane's plan to get Red John. He wanted to have all 5 suspects in one room, and we see throughout the episodes how he does that. In the end, when he does confront the suspects and ask them to lift up their shirt and to reveal who is Red John from the 3 dots, we found out that 3 of the suspects had the 3 dots. Gail Bertram, Reed Smith, Sheriff McAllister. At the end, the episode left us in a cliffhanger as Lisbon is coming and rushing and trying to get to the place and the whole thing exploding and you're like, what happened? Who shot who? Who are the 3 suspects? What's going on? I'm so confused. On to what worked, and I already told you in my advanced review, there will actually be no what didn't work in this episode. But there's gonna be 2 different what worked in this episode. First up, what worked, Red John edition. The beginning of the episode was just so well done. The silence, the preparation, the vulnerability. You see Jane just being determined and at the same time nervous, and at the same time you can see that he's been waiting for this moment. There was a calm before the storm aspect to this that I freaking loved. It was awesome. And also the suspect roundup, come on! It was like from a movie. There's some intrigue and there is some duplicity. It was just so well done. But I think what I liked the most about it is that every single time you get to see the suspect in their natural environment without Patrick Jane around them. So you get to sort of study how they're interacting with the world. There were layers to this, guys. There were a ton of layers of analysis and doubt and questions. It was brilliant. I loved it. And I alluded to that earlier, but the moment where Jane is waiting for the suspects to come in and they're all sitting down and he's all explaining what's happening, and then he pulls the gun. That entire scene and moment was, oh my God. I was so freaking stressed the heck out. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, Simon Baker, you're the man. Yeah, you the man. And that final reveal where they all pull their shirt up and at first you're like, oh crap, it's McAllister. Oh crap, it's also Bertram, it's also Reed. And you and I know that this might be related to Tiger, but you have to imagine what Patrick must have been feeling at that exact moment. The whole sense of crushing doubt falling on him and the whole panic. It was just, whew. It was so much, yet so great. Which brings me to my surprise, the theory time. Here's the thing, guys. I honestly think that the whole 3 dots reveal and seeing Bertram, Smith, and McAllister all having the 3 dots, just, it poses new questions, but at the same time, it sort of narrows things down, weirdly enough. All right, here's what I mean by that. Number one, we all know that there is a tiger-tiger conspiracy. We know that Smith is part of that conspiracy. And the fact that they all have 3 dots, and it also includes Smith, tells us that probably, since all of them are law enforcement officers, they're all part of the whole tiger-tiger conspiracy. Now, that brings us to what was the PI girl, you know, the one who gave that clue to Jane? When she was doing the whole 3 things, Jane thought that it was related to Red John, but it might have been related to Tiger. But then it gets even more complicated. Because if that's the case, if indeed she was working for Tiger, why on earth would Tiger try to bug the room where the CBI works? Gail Bertram works there. He could easily walk in, place a bug. He doesn't need to hire some outsider for this. It wouldn't make sense for Tiger to hire this PI girl to do this. Unless one of the 3 is Red John. And he is amongst them. And they don't even know that he is Red John. That would explain why Red John hired her while the other 2 members are in the complete dark. Right? Is this making sense to you? It's sort of making sense to me. But I want to make sure it makes sense to you. Comment below, let me know. And the other thing that this brings up is if the whole 3 dot things is not related to RJ, but only Tiger, that means that either Brett Stiles or Ray Hafner is Red John. And the fact that Ray Hafner is my number 1 suspect for Red John is you know, it's just a coincidence. A happy coincidence. I think I'm right. Or not. Oh, I'm confused. Anyways, enough with RJ. You all know what I want to talk about next, right? I want to have a special What Worked Gisbin edition. I really particularly love the fact that in this episode, the partnership between Lisbon and Jane was awesome. I mean, brilliant. The whole getting all the suspects together and having Lisbon just being all crafty and trying to organize all this thing alongside with Jane, I thought that was the mark of a true partnership. It even led to one of the strongest moments in this episode, in my humble opinion, when Lisbon is telling Jane that she wants to be there when he gets Red John, but she's not going to stop him from exacting his revenge. And that moment was massively huge. And I absolutely believed her, and Jane believed her, and it will actually be something I'm gonna discuss later on. Yeah. But obviously, guys, the sunset scene, it was something. I have to say, the color composition, the music, the beats that were played, the dialogue, it was awesome. It was brilliant. I felt like, man, this is like super freaking romantic. No, I mean, there's gonna be something. I was like almost expecting him to propose. I mean, that's how much I was like into this. And then Bruno Heller came about and said, oh, you know, oh, I'm sorry, what's going on there? Oh, are you enjoying this moment? Let me take it away from you. In that moment, I actually quickly went through the 5 phases of grief.
What are you doing, Patrick? I mean, okay, you're driving, you're gonna stop, right? You're gonna stop this, you're gonna make it, you're gonna leave her behind, you're gonna leave her behind. Oh, come on, man, come on, Bruno, why are you doing this to us? You've done it so many times, I'm so over this, I'm so over this. Okay. Now let's fine, alright, at least call her back and say, you know what I really wanted to say is that I loved you, and I didn't want to hurt you or something like that, I didn't want you to get hurt, I mean, just say something, I mean, come on, at least that. Man, I'm just, what's the point? I mean, why am I even watching this show? I mean, you're just gonna keep toying with me. I don't know, man, it's not worth it. You know what? I should have known better. Thanks, Bruno.
We should have known better. We should have known better. We should have known that Bruno Heller was not just gonna give us the exact thing that we've been asking for all this time in just 1 episode. I mean, heck, they have not even caught Red John. Why would he give it to us? It didn't feel right, guys. And he didn't give it to us. It hurt, but at the same time, you have to respect him. You have to respect him for doing what he had to do. As a storyteller, it was the right thing to do. As a viewer, very frustrating. But all of this brings me to Theory Time Gisbin Edition. What? I actually have a thought that I want to share with you guys. And the thought is going to be a little bit weird, a tad controversial, but work with me on this. The Jizbin moment in this episode was not the sunset scene. I mean, it was Jizbin-like, it was very Jizbin adjacent, but it was not a true Jizbin moment. In my humble opinion, the true Jizbin moment in this episode was that conversation when Lisbon is telling Patrick that she essentially is behind him and she will not stop him when he goes to kill Red John. Essentially changing her whole core philosophy for him. And in that moment, in that crucial moment, Patrick James saw that she was going to do that and he couldn't let it go. He couldn't accept it because true love is not having someone that agrees with you, guys. True love is protecting someone that you care for no matter what, even if it's at the expense of your own happiness. And what Patrick was trying to do when he left her behind was not just protect her life. I think he really wanted to protect her soul. He wanted her to just maintain her core set of beliefs because he thought to himself, I can't do that to her. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a true Jizbin moment for me. Anyways, guys, that is essentially my very, very long review of this episode. Again, I loved it. I really, really loved it. Yes, there were some frustrating moments, but it was a good frustration, and it's just making me want to watch more, not less, of this show. So I guess that worked. But, you know, enough about me. What about you? I'm sure you have thoughts and feels you want to share. So please comment below and let me know. Feel free to tweet at me and tell me how you feel about this episode as well. All that information is in the description box below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to subscribe because I review The Mentalist every week that it airs. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. At the time I'm actually recording this, I actually even haven't seen the preview for next episode, so I don't even know what's going to happen then. I'm stressed out. I'm super stressed out.